Assalamu alaikum. I'm Ibrahim Hooper with CAIR's Video News Update. CAIR's Washington State chapter is today calling for a bias crime probe of hate vandalism targeting a rental car used by Seattle area Muslims. The vandals defaced the car with racist slurs such as Doon Coon and the N-word. In Illinois, CAIR's chapter condemned the desecration of Muslim graves with hate graffiti.
This incident in Evergreen Park is just the latest in a series of hate crimes reported in the Chicago metro area in the past few weeks. A shooting at this Morton Grove Mosque complex, and in Lombard, the acid bombing of a Muslim school.
We are not strictly an organization that advocates for only Muslims' rights. We advocate for Americans' rights, no matter who is being discriminated against, whose rights are being violated.
CAIR's Texas chapter also decried the recent string of anti-Muslim attacks and urged stepped-up security at mosques.
The Council on American-Islamic Relations is now calling for mosques and schools to take their own extra precautions like 24-hour security as they host thousands of families for the holiday weekend. Al-Noor says it's already prepared to do just that.
And at those places where you have a significant number of people congregating, you want to make sure that they're safe.
In Arizona, CAIR's chapter condemned a GOP candidate who suggested that Americans of Middle Eastern heritage should not be allowed to live legally in the country.
And Mercer's comments on Middle Easterners is drawing criticism. The Arizona chapter of the Council on American-Islamic Relations called on the Republican candidate to repudiate remarks she made to a conservative group. Grijalva posted a YouTube video of her speaking on his Facebook page yesterday.
If you know Middle Easterners, a lot of them, they look Mexican, or they look, like a lot of people in South America, dark skin, dark hair, brown eyes, and they mix in, and those people, their only goal in life is to cause harm to the United States. So why do we want them here, either legally or illegally?
CAIR also called on the National Republican Party to drop an anti-Islam plank from its political platform that mirrored similar anti-Islam legislation in states nationwide.
This is just an amendment that points to an additional source of foreign law. We see it from the top, where the United States Supreme Court has repeatedly quoted foreign law in interpreting our U.S. Constitution. It's actually coming in at the bottom as well. It's being raised as an argument in courts around the country. I'm not aware of any court that's actually accepted the argument, but in cases involving either spousal abuse or assault or other crimes against persons, sometimes defenses are raised that are based in Sharia law.
To help boost Muslim civic participation, CAIR released a Muslim voter toolkit and state-specific voting guides for the November elections.
A Muslim advocacy group hopes to get more Muslims involved in politics. The Oklahoma chapter of the Council on American-Islamic Relations, or CAIR, launches a voter registration drive. CAIR says the campaign will give them the state's information and tools they need to get their voices heard in government. The Voice Your Vote campaign will include several events around the state. There's an estimated 30,000 Muslims living in Oklahoma.
CAIR also responded to recently released court documents that showed that the NYPD's spying program on Muslims resulted in no criminal leads.
So what role has the NYPD and others who are stoking the fears of Muslims in America playing in making Muslims a threatened class of Americans? For more, I'm joined by Gadier Abbas, a staff attorney with the Council on American-Islamic Relations. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us. First of all, what's CAIR's reaction to this?
Well, it comes as little surprise that a program that targets a community for no reason at all, that has as its modus operandi a blanket suspicion of a community, that program is ineffective.
In Texas, CAIR urged a change in policy after Houston police forcibly removed a Muslim woman's hijab.
Law enforcement does need to do their job to make sure that, everybody's safe. But it's really important also that they respect people's rights.
In California, CAIR welcomed official efforts to counter anti-Islam ads on local buses.
The Council on American-Islamic Relations welcomed Muni's counter-ad as a step in the right direction.
A lot of the damage has already been done. We have heard from many community members, both at our organization and at a number of other organizations across the Bay Area, that have said they simply don't feel comfortable boarding the buses that carry these ads.
And finally, I urge you to register today for CAIR's September 29th Banquet and Leadership Conference in Arlington, Virginia. This year's keynote speaker is the Reverend Al Sharpton. To register, go to www.cair.com/banquet. Again, that's www.cair.com/banquet. Assalamu alaikum. Peace to you.
Learn more at CAIR.com.